I'm Guyleen Castriotta, and I'm on the City Council for Ward 5, but obviously we work for everyone. And there's something happening right now that I wanted you all to be aware of that's going to be on our November ballot with your support. One thing that's special about Broomfield is that we have a lot of open space. We pay for that open space with a 1/4-cent tax in perpetuity. And since that open space fund was implemented in 1995, the city has made over $55 million. That's why we are able to acquire all this space, to protect it, conserve it, protect it from development. Except when I was reading the charter, I noticed that there is an exception for open space change of use for mineral extraction. I don't know why someone thought that was a good idea, but I feel like every other change in use, if it's going to be sold, if it's going to be repurposed, goes to a vote of the people who pay for it, except for mineral extraction. So since 181, I think it's time we take away their exception. They've had the power too long. And if someone tries to say, what about their property rights? Ask the thousands of people in Broomfield who are being force-pulled about property rights. How this industry has been able to take whatever they want, and our property we have no say. So this is taking back our property. What you see in this picture is the Nordstrom open space. That's behind the Adams County border, and the interchange pad is over here. It's Huron and 160th. I suggest you drive by. This was publicly funded open space originally. You can see how big it is. It's a long contiguous piece that was acquired to buffer the Northwest Parkway noise and the residents who live around there. There's Nordstrom over here and there's Davis here. In the extraction agreement, the former council gave them surface use rights to use this open space for their pipeline, their haul road, and something called a pig launcher. I didn't know what a pig launcher was, so I looked it up. And they were telling us it would be just a little pipe that came out of the ground, up to clean the pipelines. They put this barrel type thing in that top, and then they shoot it through the pipelines to scrub them, make sure there's no blockage. That looks like more than one pig launcher. That looks like a whole infrastructure. And that is what is going to be permanently scarring our publicly purchased open space because of that existing charter exception. So I proposed a charter change to strike those 4 words from that charter. That requires a vote of the people. So first step was to get council to approve a ballot measure. And at our meeting Tuesday, we did get that approved to move forward, 5 to 3. That was step 1, and it was a nail biter. Step 2, at the next city council meeting will be the first reading of an ordinance to place this on the ballot. So all your support emails, if you can show up to comment in support, or whatever your opinion is. I can't imagine why anybody would want to leave that in, but you never know. But we would love for you to come and speak to that and tell everybody, because we will need a lot of support. So that's the pig launcher. That's the haul road. You can see they totally raised the whole open space. And remember the burrowing owls that used to live there? And the prairie dogs, they're all gone. So much for protecting the wildlife. I did get a bit of news that finally, a year after the incident, we finally gave extraction a citation for mowing over the burrowing owls. So it took a year, but they're getting a citation. But the damage is done. All that wildlife is gone. And that pig launcher is there forever. So that's kind of where you can see it. If you look, I know it's hard, this is the haul road. This little circle, they put a fence around it. It's an old cottonwood that had a great horned owl in a nest, and they were trying to protect it. It did fledge an owlet, but look where it is. Why do we pay to protect and conserve our wildlife if a city council can just come in and take that away? I think it's wrong, and I think we should restore the people's voice and have a say what goes on with our open space that we pay for. Thank you.